It's time to get all your Star Wars news in a single file. From Fantha Tracks TV, this is Good Morning Tatooine!
Good morning, Tatooine indeed. We're back once again live with your weekly recap of everything Star Wars and Lucasfilm. I'm your host, Brian Cameron. With me as always, Mr. Paul Naylor.
Hello, sir. You alright?
Yeah, I'm really good, thank you very much. How are you?
You've got a bit of a cold, haven't you?
I have got a bit of a cold. I'm cold, I'm shivering, I'm miserable, just like normal.
You look a bit blue.
Just like normal.
You look a bit blue in the face. So I guess that makes you happy.
It does. It does. I'm surviving. I've had an eventful week.
You have. You went to
Went to Capital Sci-Fi Con last weekend, which is why the show wasn't live last weekend. Yeah. Fantastic show, raised incredible amount of money for charity, really loved it. And my car broke down on the way home.
Oh, boo-hoo, boo-hoo.
It may be going to the graveyard in the sky.
It's not even that old. Oh dear. Oh well. Fingers crossed they can get it back on the road.
Fingers crossed, be back on the road and back for Aberdeen Comic Con at the next couple of weeks.
Brilliant. Excellent. Well, I suppose the biggest news for me this week really is that my son, who's been working out in the United Arab Emirates, at the best of times is difficult to get hold of. So it was a worrying few hours until he eventually got hold of me at 3 o'clock UK time this morning. But I found out he's okay. He's, fingers crossed, he's a few hours away from all the trouble that's been going on out there. But I have read in the news that there is a chance that people that are working out in the UAE will be sent home. So fingers crossed on that one. But as you pointed out off air, Brian, was it around 76,000 people?
76,000 Brits in the Gulf.
Yeah. I can't imagine that Matthew will be at the front of that queue. He's known for dawdling.
It's a massive task if they opt to bring everyone home, isn't it?
Absolutely. But I suppose in a week where we've got some real wars going on, it's interesting that there's not a lot of Star Wars content this week.
No, give it a few years and the wars will expand to the stars, I guess.
That's it, yeah.
But yeah, we've got lots of Star Wars to talk about. Should we have a look to see what we've got coming up on the show?
Go on. Spoilers.
Let's have a look. On tonight's show, first up we're talking Star Wars coming to SpellStruck.
We've then got Jazwares, who have released the TIE Avenger escapes from the Sienar Test facility. So that's from the was it the first episode or second episode of Andor season 2?
I think it was
first episode.
First episode, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Millennium Falcon Smugglers Run gets a change of name with the new Mandalorian editions coming to it in May.
And it's a massive change. Coming in autumn this year, we've got Star Wars Galactic Tales of Terror and some horror stories in the comic strips. So that'll be cool.
We're talking Andor again. It has been picking up the awards along with ILM at the VES Awards.
And Star Wars Insider number 237 to feature an exclusive interview with Kathleen Kennedy. It says my exclusive interview, but we know who the my is. That is Mark
Mr. Newbold. The Lucas Museum of Narrative Art has got a new website, and we'll be checking that out.
And then why has Ryan Gosling chosen Star Wars as his first franchise? Well, he believes it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so fingers crossed he nails it and we manage to get a second, maybe a third, and a fourth. Who knows?
And last but not least, Katie Sackhoff has been talking Bo-Katan, and she claims that she ain't going nowhere. So we've got an interesting mix of news. No major news this week, Paul, but
it is
nice
quite
little
quiet,
mix of content there.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll be able to eke an hour out of it.
Yeah, I'm sure we can. Let's start straight away, and we'll talk SpellStruck, which was a Disney iPhone game that I was completely unaware of. No. But this week, Disney have brought Star Wars to the game, and it's kind of like a word puzzle kind of game. So if you're into Sudoku and all that kind of garbage, you can now pick up your iPhone, play a little word game with some Star Wars characters involved in it.
Do I have to confess at this stage that I play Wordle every day?
That's the one I was looking for, Wordle. Because what did I say? I can't even remember what I said. But that's a numbers game, isn't it?
Sudoku, but yeah. I know what you meant.
Yeah, it's only the first mistake of the evening.
I'll definitely be having a look at this because, like I say, I do like a good word game, and Star Wars and word games, great.
Yeah,
why not?
So 50 levels have been added to the game, all with Star Wars locations such as Tatooine, Mos Eisley Cantina, the Death Star, and more. You can unlock new characters from the Star Wars franchise as you play along. You can challenge other players in one-on-one multiplayer games and discover who's the best word puzzle brain out there.
It's me. But I mean, what a way to waste a few hours when I'm supposed to be working on a tight deadline.
There's Big Kev. He's not a fan of the word games.
He's not. Hello, Kev.
And if you defeat the Emperor, you can unlock exclusive characters only through the daily challenges.
Yeah.
Are you going to download it and give it a go?
I will. I'll update you next week.
Update us next week. See if you're addicted. So that is Disney's SpellStruck, bringing Star Wars content to it. Now, we talked when Josh D'Amaro became CEO about how gaming could become important to the Disney franchise.
That wasn't quite what we had in mind.
Not the one big announcement that we were expecting, but I still think gaming's going to be the big thing for this new CEO. I think Disney's next big acquisition will be in the gaming sphere, and I think Star Wars and Indiana Jones will play
a big part in
that. I think they both lend themselves very well to gaming.
Yeah, I think when you came up with that idea, I think you probably haven't hit the nail on the head because, as we all know, there's probably way more money in gaming now than there is in the cinema industry. So it makes sense that's where they go.
Yeah, I could totally play that Star Wars Moisture Farm Simulator. That would be so up my street.
Would that be like spinning plates?
It would be great. I love that. I used to love The Simpsons Tapped Out. I put so many ridiculous hours into that game.
Do you remember that game Pipeline, where you had to sort of like connect all the pipe up before the water got there? That's what I would do with the moisture evaporators. Yeah,
that's a good idea. We never once saw any moisture being evaporated, did we?
No.
They pretended they had a hard life, but we never saw them work.
Well, I mean, I never saw any mushrooms growing on them, but apparently that's what Shmi Skywalker used to do, go and pick the mushrooms off them. Never saw a mushroom on an evaporator. A load of nonsense.
Poor quality slave. We can't call her that anymore, can we?
No, poor quality. No. She's a slave.
She's a slave, yeah. A slave to the Rebel Alliance was Cassian Andor. Did terrible things against democracy, including stealing one of their ships that the Empire were building to restore peace and justice to the galaxy. And that was the TIE Avenger, stolen from the Sienar Test facility, number 73, and Jazwares have just released as a new Micro Galaxy Squadron toy. Your thoughts, Paul? You're the sort of toy collector amongst us.
Yeah, I mean, they do release some really good vehicles, and it's nice that they do some of these, what you would, I suppose, essentially call sort of like deeper cuts, because I can't recall this being released in any other form other than this. So it's nice that it's getting a release. The vehicles, they're always really nicely detailed, and the little figures that come with them, although totally minute, they are reasonably well detailed. So yeah, it's a nice it's a nice release. And is this one going out as a general release, or is it one of these ones where there's
It's
a
going
like
out
a,
on the
a
Jazwares
chase?
Vault website and then to some major
Right.
retailers in America. Not available outside
Okay.
America. So if you're in America,
Mm.
buy it, scalp it on eBay, make
Go on,
yourself some
Kev. You
money.
know you want to. But yeah, I mean, for the scale of it, that's pretty good, I think.
It's
And
a
who
nice
doesn't
little
like a
thing.
TIE fighter?
And a lot of people pick it up just because it's Andor, I think, as well.
Yeah, yeah, they will do. Yeah, yeah.
Very nice. Very nice indeed.
Very, very nice. Yeah.
Uh, Smugglers Run. We've been talking recently about Galaxy's Edge and the need to improve it. First
Yeah.
big improvement under the new CEO. Change a name from Millennium Falcon Smugglers Run. Can you guess what they've changed it to, Paul?
I'm sure it's something really outlandish. Go for it.
It's
Go
now
on.
going to be known as Millennium Falcon Smugglers Run, a new mission.
Oh, you can imagine the high-powered meeting that came up with that, can't you? Well, I'm-
Make me choke
I've,
there.
I've killed him. I finally killed him. I reckon that took all of what, 1 minute? Jeez.
Someone at least picked up a couple of 100,000 to come up with that name.
Yeah. But
It's going to
I'm
change a
surprised.
name, and it's going to change the name round about the 22nd of May at the time that the Mandalorian Grogu content arrives on the platform. Or
Yeah.
at the ride, I guess.
Do you think that hints that the Millennium Falcon might be in Mandalorian and Grogu? Bearing in mind they've sort of said that it's
No,
being brought. No.
no.
See, I'm kind of still hoping that somewhere, maybe right at the end of the film, we get the Falcon swoop in to save the day, and we get to see all the legacy characters. I've just got this. I just think that receipts for this film aren't going to be great in week one, and the people that do go, the diehards that go, will say, "My God, you need to go and see this. You won't believe what happens in it." I think it's going to have one of those, like Luke Skywalker at the end of the season 2 Mandalorian moments.
I hope
At
it
the
does have
moment,
something like that.
I think it will.
But I just
I think it will.
doesn't feel like it's significant at all. Almost feels like
No,
Disney's
but
given up on it a little bit.
Well, I mean, there were some reports in the week coming from various places, unsubstantiated, of course, that Disney are actually worried about the Mandalorian and Grogu film. So who knows?
You'll be able to visit new locations, including Coruscant, Bespin, the wreckage of the Death Star over Endor, and Tatooine, expanding the experience beyond Batu.
So will you still have to go and sort of was it coaxium that we had to collect in the last lot?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Yeah.
I thought it
Well,
was a
you
bit
still
rubbish,
gotta
to
do
be
that.
perfectly honest. But I say that because I was engineer or whatever it was. I had the worst job.
Yeah. I think Kev, if Kev's still there, I think when I was with him, I think when he piloted it, I think they got one lot of coaxium and then I got two. So yeah, I'm not going to big it up, like,
Will they keep Hondo? That's a really good question, because effectively they're
It is.
splitting the park in two. Really, they're going to have like an OT segment and then sequel segment. Where does Hondo
Yeah.
kind of fits in the middle?
I
Doesn't it,
suppose
somewhere?
Hondo sort of fits in around the Clone Wars and stuff like that, doesn't he? So I
Yeah.
suppose really, and did he appear in Rebels? I think he appeared in Rebels. So he's more around the timeline of the original trilogy than perhaps the sequels. So yeah, I think they will keep him. He's very popular anyway.
So that is Smugglers Run. On the news front, in the comics sphere, announced for autumn, Star Wars Galactic Tales of Terror. Not a new comic, but in fact a collection of some popular horror comics from previous years, which included 2022's Tales from the Rancor Pit, 23's Tales from the Death Star, and 2025's Tales from the Nightlands. This, again, coming from Cavan Scott, and you can pre-order it on Amazon now.
I take it with these being essentially a compilation. That you've already read these stories. And,
Yes, they're all very good. The horror comics that they've done every Halloween through Cavan, very British style in horror,
yeah,
hammer horror type comics, a little bit camp over the top. Fun and different and fitted in with the Halloween theme when they were released. And there's talk of them making a Star Wars horror movie as well.
I'd love that. I would love that. Yeah.
And of course you've got Scream just out in cinemas as well for fans of horror. Scream 7, I believe it is out now.
No, I think
Kevin's not such a fan. Sounds like Tales of Desperation from the comics industry.
Wow.
Very happy today, is Big Kev.
He's very happy. I know that you've been a bit frustrated though with the lack of comics that have been released.
Yeah, it's a very strange period in time for Star Wars comics, and the volume has dropped significantly, and it needed to drop, but sadly the quality hasn't necessarily gone. Everything feels very isolated, and there doesn't seem to be follow-ups to anything that's successful. It's kind of, everything feels very much in an isolation. It's a very odd realm at the moment, but I think across the whole industry, comics are struggling badly, and ironically, I think a lot of it's to do with the fact that Diamond Comics are no more, so they were the distributor, and so the distribution's a little bit more fragmented, and so it's just harder for anyone in that industry now to make the kind of profits they were making before, if they were indeed making profits. A lot of the big comic companies are cutting back and staff significantly.
Why did Diamond Comics come to an end anyway? So I mean, it's bound to be because it just wasn't the marketplace that it used to be. Yeah,
very, very, very true. And I don't know what the future is for comics. I really don't. It's a little bit worrying, really, as a comic collector.
Yeah. I mean, it used to be brilliant as a kid. I can remember when Star Wars Weekly first came out, going to my local newsagent where they'd put my copies away in like a little buff folder in a filing cabinet, and the excitement of going to get that. I think it was 10p when it first came out, Star Wars Weekly. And then I can remember seeing the other comics in the shop, even like when Marvel did Dracula, and there was all sorts of weird and wacky stuff that came out in the late 70s. And that really was, I don't know, is it referred to as the golden age of comics, or is it more the bronze? Yeah. Some great stuff that came out back then. And yeah, it just doesn't happen these days. I suppose everything's gone digital, and it's just not the same.
Big Kev knows what the future of comics is. Bleak.
Oh, he's in a great one today.
He's in a great mood. I'm just disappointed we don't have anything from Hasbro to show him. People who are happy are the creators of Andor and the technicians at ILM, as they have won at the VES Awards, even though it's a slightly weird trophy.
That's great, isn't it? That's based on that first sci-fi film that came out all those many, many, many years ago. Silent film. Can't remember which one. But yeah, very cool.
Yeah, so Andor, it's picked up the award for Outstanding Environment in an Episodic Commercial Game Cinematic or Real-Time Project.
Yeah.
And that was for Welcome to the Rebellion, the Senate District. It also won Special Effects and the VSS Award for Outstanding Special Practical Effects in a Photoreal Project in Season 2, Episode 8, Who Are You? Which was a terrible episode where poor Cyril died. So, yep, great result there for Andor and for ILM. Both should be very proud. Great series.
That's probably the last roll of the dice for Andor, isn't it? That's probably the last
last chance to pick up some awards, I think. Yeah.
It's a shame. So that's come to an end now.
It is. End of an era.
Yeah, I still say they could bring back Andor, using the baby as a grown-up character. That would be good.
Yeah, but is it Anders' baby?
Well,
We're going to have this debate
let's
again.
just let's just assume it is.
Could be a little Imperial.
No, no, she fought him off.
Oh, I know, but she went back. There's so much to discuss there we could get into.
I'll leave that one.
I don't know. Do we want to resurrect the Andor story, or did it have a satisfactory introduction and conclusion?
Yeah, I mean, it did have a satisfactory ending, so it probably would be unwise to try and resurrect it with a different character. But you know what these execs are like. If they think, well, that was popular, what do you think we could do with that?
They could bring his sister back.
Yeah,
She could be in the Mandalorian movie. She could be an exotic dancer for Rot of the Hut.
you go. Why didn't he bother come looking for me? Apparently he was going to, but then we never heard anything again. Yeah. Yeah, an exotic dancer for Rot of the Hut. Imagine that.
Go Andor, says Nick. Well done, Nick, for
Well.
all the people that worked on the show.
Thank you for your service, Nick. Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of those things where it was so good, so you kind of want more, but in the same hand, you kind of think, let's not be greedy, let's enjoy it for what it was.
Yeah, you're right. You are right. But, it wouldn't surprise me.
There's certainly characters in there and threads of storylines that could be explored.
Well, I mean, for a start, it's a bit like what they did with the prequels, sequels, and the original trilogy. Any character that's not humanoid can go on for years. So, this droid.
We want more ISB. I want more ISB.
I tell you what, I'm sure I'm starting to lose my memory. What was this droid called here? B2EMO, was it?
B2EMO.
Yeah. So, I mean, he could carry on for donkey's years. So
he was practically finished as it was.
Well, I know he was. Yeah. he'd already had a dash of yellow, had he, hadn't he? That's how you can link all these generations together, is through the non-human characters, and that's what they've successfully done over the years anyway. So there are possibilities.
Very true. Something that is coming to a conclusion, and sadly coming to a conclusion, is Star Wars Insider, who is going to finish with issue 237.
Yeah.
And in the final issue, our good friend Mr. Mark Newbold will be interviewing Kathleen Kennedy. And I know Mark's been working on getting this interview for over a year. So it's a coincidence, I think, that it lands in the very last issue of Insider. But a happy coincidence, in a way.
And it was also her last interview before she departed.
Very sad.
So so he got to have the final chat, and knowing Mark, he would have been very very polite and professional. I'm sure that it's great content, and I know, speaking to Mark, that Kathleen really enjoyed the interview. So look forward to reading that. But it is very sad that it's come to an end.
You can also pick up one of 3 very nice covers. You've got the foil cover in the middle there of Han in Carbonite, and then you've kind of got the 2 very classic covers going all the way back to, I think it was Insider issue 1 had that one with R2 and C3PO.
That's right. Yeah, that's a nod back to that.
Or was it the 10th anniversary or something like that, I think, of Lucasfilm?
No, I think it was the first one, the 10th, and now this one, yeah. So I think it's been used 3 times. But that's interesting that they put Han in Carbonite. Thanks, Kev. I think, don't you think that by putting Han in Carbonite as like one of the covers, that's almost hinting at, well, could come back.
Yeah. And as Nick points out, she was there on the Andor set during his filming days, and it was lovely to meet her. I don't think anyone who's ever worked with her has got a bad thing to say about her, which makes it all the more sad that some of the garbage you read on socials, people that just don't understand what her role and job was.
I think people just get a little bit frustrated at some of the decisions and some of the in lowercase politics that have been bandied around. And at the end of the day, Star Wars should just be entertaining and should feel like Star Wars. And I think there was some criticism that elements of Star Wars no longer felt as though it belonged. And that would fall at her feet. She was responsible at the end of the day for deciding and nurturing whatever projects went through. So I can see both sides, but I agree that, you look at her resume, you look at the stuff that she's done over the years. I mean, Indiana Jones. I think, was she involved in E.T.?
Yeah, she would have been. Yeah.
Yeah. So her contribution's massive. But yeah, I like to think that this Han Solo cover hints that this might not be the end, but maybe just a very long pause. I mean, it wouldn't hurt every now and then to bring out a special edition, would it?
Yeah, Mark's pointing out the facts here for us. This is RTC was the cover of the first issue of Lucasfilm magazine. Han and Carbonite was the cover of Insider 119, and the Macquarie cover was the original 76 print of the novel.
Oh, Mark. Yeah. But no.
He's going to be my phone a friend when I'm on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Only if it's a Star Wars question.
Yeah, it won't be a Star Wars question, mate. You'd have that covered. Don't worry.
I'm not very good at Star Wars facts. I'm very good at taking information in and then forgetting it.
Same here.
We were just talking. Excuse me, while I pull back up Andor, and Paul McHugh reminds me very thankfully that keep an eye out on the Phantom Tracks social medias over the next few days, because Matt Booker from Phantom Tracks is out in Valencia with Gus, and they are looking for Star Wars filming locations out there as well. So you'll see quite a few from Andor Season 2 in the Valencia area as well. So keep your eyes out on at Phantom Tracks on your social media of choice.
Yeah, look forward to seeing that.
And next up on the news front, the Lucas Museum of Narrative Art has given their website a fresh lick of paint. And I feel for them because I'm in the process of doing this for Phantom Tracks, and it's a wormhole when you start going down building a new site. But at some point this year, we'll have a brand new site, hopefully, the latter part of the year. And I'm very excited about it. Lots of exciting new things happening behind the scenes. The Lucasfilm Museum have launched a new website. Let's see if we can bring it up. It worked earlier. Now it's needing passwords. I can't do that. I can't be doing typing in passwords here. Here we go.
Can everybody close their eyes?
Close your eyes a second whilst I type in my password.
And your PIN number?
It's not Star Wars, promise. Here is our lovely, clean, fresh new website. Lovely new pictures of the garden. It's good to see they've given the grass a cut since we last saw it.
Yeah, it's looking a bit greener on the roof as well now.
It is.
It was a bit yellow at one point.
Lovely, all lit up.
It does look like the aliens have landed, though, doesn't it?
It does. It's a weird construct, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's distinctive and it's very nice, but it does make does look very otherworldly.
Get a chance to see some of the art, including comic book art that you'll see. Children's stories, comic book art, fantasy art. This is what I love about it, because It's Ricky saying password 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Beautiful looking library as well.
Yeah.
And you can sign up for their newsletter. You can get all the information. And what I love about this museum is, you know, a lot of museums would never look at things like comic book art.
Yeah. Yeah.
The snobbery.
It reminds me of that Unbreakable with Samuel L. Jackson, and he's sort of like selling original cover artwork, and there's that parent comes in and wants to buy it for his 4-year-old kid. He goes, get lost. So are you hoping to be there around the time that this launches?
No, not going this year.
No.
Definitely not going this year.
No.
As much as I would love to, it's not on the list this year. Too many other things happening. I'm actually going to America this week for 14 hours and then home.
Oh, you've not got one of those meetings again, have you?
Yeah, got one of those meetings this week. I'll be on land for 14 hours and then home.
Whereabouts?
La La Land.
Ah, very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I do a little dance and then come home. So, yeah. That'll be my only trip to America this year.
Don't want to imagine you tap dancing. That's just...
Talking of tap dancers.
Here we go. Talking of La La Land. Here we go.
See the slick link.
Seamless.
Why has Ryan Gosling chosen Star Wars as his first franchise? He says it's because it's once in a lifetime opportunity. His agent says because the money was good.
He's got a lot of responsibility on his shoulders, hasn't he? Let's be honest. This
there's a lot of expectation, and they've given us nothing to have a high expectation for, other than the name and a nose of a ship, which, to my understanding, doesn't even appear in the actual film.
Just be what a background ship that you might see fleeting. It might be the Zuvio of ships.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, massive expectation, huge responsibility. 50th anniversary of the original film when this comes out. It's got to be good. Please let it be good. This is sort of like could change the whole legacy of Star Wars if this is rubbish. I've got a good feeling about it. I think it's going to be okay.
But he says the reason he's chosen it basically was because of Sean Levy, the director, enthusiasm and his vision in the script. Yeah. I just avoided these things because they never felt right, and I'm glad I did, because I feel like similar to a book like this, it was worth waiting for, and it was like a once in a lifetime opportunity.
He says once in a lifetime, but obviously if it really takes off, if it's really successful, they'll be pushing for sequels, won't they?
Yeah. Big Kev keeping the enthusiasm going here. All expectations will be removed after Mandalorian and Grogu.
Kev, do you need a hug?
I think he does, doesn't he? We should all go to Hawaii and see Big Kev. Cheer him up.
Bring it in.
Bring it in, yeah. But yeah, it's interesting that he's... Well, he did Blade Runner.
Yes, yeah.
So it's not like he's avoided franchises.
No. But there was... But do you think that he's thinking that the way that they're talking about it here, that he might be then in another film after this one with the same character?
I got that impression as well.
Yeah.
Not necessarily that there's anything confirmed, but just the potential's there, that it may not be a one and done thing.
No, because you're right. I mean, the Blade Runner thing essentially was a franchise. There was a couple of them, and I think, was there not talk of a spin-off film or series from it? Yeah.
And Sander points out, to quote Big Kev, the future for future Star Wars movies bleak. Yeah, I'm only hearing positive things about the movie. So I remain optimistic.
Yeah, me too.
And we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, talking Mandalorian and Grogu, Katie Sackhoff, who is not apparently in the movie as far as we know, has been talking about her character. She was at Fan Expo in Vancouver, and she wanted to make clear that her character, Bo-Katan, is very much alive, and while there's no hint that she's part of the Mandalorian and Grogu, she's still very much there. Always, she said, she's not dead, she ain't going nowhere. Sackhoff shared that she has an extra layer of assurance because Bo-Katan is based off Dave Filoni's wife, meaning that gives her job security forever.
Unless they fall out.
Yeah.
I suppose that there is still a chance that she could appear in the film, just because nobody's talking about it and there's a bit of denial. That's what people always do when they want to, surprise people when the film comes out. So there is a chance that she's in it.
So Bo-Katan's named after Anne Filoni and a cat, Anne's cat Boogie, which is weird because people think that it was drafted after me, and I'm like, no, that's Dave's wife Anne. We just look enough alike that they could make it actually work. The things you learn.
So you'll remember that.
Well, remember
That's
that
useless.
Dave Filoni's cat's called Boogie.
That's something to talk about with him when you meet him.
Useless information.
Yeah.
I've met Dave Filoni a couple of times. I think I've told this story before. He asked me if I enjoyed the Clone Wars, and I told him I didn't watch it. Broke a poor man's heart.
I met him.
We were talking about how enthusiastic and devoted Star Wars fans were, that I'd come all the way from the Highlands of Scotland to California for a fundraiser for Rancho Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
And then he asked me what I thought of the latest Clone Wars, and I was like, don't watch that shit. Don't watch that shit, Dave. Get with it. Make some live action, man. I like to think I inspired The Mandalorian.
I think you did. You're the one who forced his hand. I met him once. I was reporting for regional press at Star Wars Celebration in 2016, would it have been? Yeah, 2016. And managed to wangle my way into the Rebels panel where he was there, and there was a few of the other actors there. And it was my turn to ask a question. And I was trying to cue my phone up to be able to record it. And the woman from Reed Pop was getting a bit irate with me because I wasn't ready, and said, I think we'll move on to the next question. I said, no, you won't. And so I asked my question. I thought, right, this is my chance. And Dave, he's brilliant. Gave a really good answer, and far more a fuller answer than I could possibly have hoped for. So yeah, that was a great experience. And then I saw him again about half an hour later as he was getting into a lift, and he did wave and smile at me as if to say, "Oh yeah, I remember you." So that was cool. But yeah, he's a nice guy, and I just hope that all the changes that are made. I hope that there's some projects that were originally talked about that might become active again. I hope that there's some stuff coming up that he influences and that we get. I'm not saying back on track. That's not perhaps the right way to look at it. But maybe something that fans can get behind and get enthusiastic about.
Talking of enthusiasm, based on the timing of the creation of Bo-Katan, don't you think the cat has to be dead by now? The future of Boogie is bleak.
Well, Boogie might be 22, 23 years old.
Dear. I think that's going to be the comment of the week, I think. With yes sir, I can boogie as the headline. So indeed.
Well done, Kev.
Last time we were live, we talked about how on repeat viewing we were feeling slightly better about the Mandalorian and Grogu trailer.
Yeah.
Should we watch it again just to see if our mood has improved? It must be a month since it came out. It feels like a month.
It does.
Let's see if I can find it.
It's about a month. It is about a month.
Let's load it up.
So yeah, If we can repeat the experiment, that'd be quite interesting.
Times we choose our path. Other times the path chooses us. Through it all, we keep pushing forward, driven by a deeper purpose, guided by an unseen force. The journey never gets any easier. The bond just gets harder to break. This is the way.
Only in theaters and IMAX May 22nd.
Hey, never touch the buttons. I can use some information.
Whoa, for this price, I'll tell you whatever you want.
I'm looking for a hut.
Close for the night. Thank you.
Gangsters. War criminals.
Long live the Empire.
We'll take out every bad guy in your deck of cards.
This isn't about revenge. It's about preventing another war.
Strap in.
You will suffer. And then it will be his turn.
Before going into harm's way, check your armor. The kid will live centuries beyond me. I won't always be around to protect him.
Are you scared? You should be.
Do we run? Or do we fight?
I like this kid.
What are you waiting for? Let's save the rest for after dinner.
I accidentally played the wrong one to start with there.
You did, yes.
That had you depressed, didn't it?
I did.
The future of Star Wars films was bleak.
I was sat here screaming and screaming, not that one, not that one. Oh dear.
What's your thoughts
So
then?
well, that trailer, the one that you played in error, certainly made the other one look better. No. I am looking forward to it, but it's still, probably because of its origins, it just feels like a TV show.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it's a big screen adventure. Who knows? When we see it, it could be wrong. They're not going to give too much away in the trailer. They certainly haven't sort of like gone massively overboard compared to the original teaser trailer. It treads the same familiar ground as that did. Like I say, I think there's going to be some big surprises in this. I'm put it this way: it needs to have some big surprises in it to make sure that you get bums on seats. And it could be one of those things that is so cool that you just want to go and see it again and again. And that's something that Star Wars that was always the big success of it in the past. You'd go and see the film over and over again. Of course, sometimes it happens the other way around. I mean, we all know my love of The Last Jedi. It's probably the film I've seen most at the cinema out of the Star Wars saga. Mainly because I didn't get it. And I wanted to get it. So I kept going. But no, it's still not for me. However, when Star Wars is good and you want to see it over and over again on the big screen, Rogue One. I loved seeing Rogue One over and over again. So, yeah, fingers crossed there's going to be something in this that makes it worth going time and time again. And that will then project it to to a level that will sustain Star Wars going forward. Because I think, did you say, Brian, it's got to make at least $500 million to be?
Needs to make $500 million to break even.
Yeah, yeah.
The general rule is you need to make 2.5 times your budget.
Yeah.
And what we know from the declarations made to California for tax credits is that it had a budget of around $160 million. You can assume that it spent money out with the confines of California that didn't equate to ability to get tax credits in that state. So you can say it probably had a budget of $200 million, add-on distribution costs, add-on marketing costs. Then you need to make $500 million to break even.
Yeah. And of course, the one thing that Star Wars has always had as another. I did not remind you that I love The Last Jedi, Kev. No, the one thing that Star Wars has always had is the merchandising, and there's going to be a load of Grogu stuff out there, which does wind me up. But just by adding like a shield to him and a little bounty hunter wrist blaster, I suppose they can revamp the figure. Yeah, well, I was thinking that, Kev. Yeah, they've saved a fortune there, haven't they? Do you think that? I know there's no way they're going to include that Santa Claus of a Tauntaun clip in the film, but do you think we might see Tauntauns in there? Because it is widely believed that snow planet is Hoth.
I think we will.
Yeah.
I think we will.
Maybe a Wampa.
I think we're going to see more than one historical, important Star Wars planet.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we might see a little tour de force.
Good. Well, fingers crossed.
Yeah, I'm not enthused for it. I look forward to seeing Star Wars in a shared environment as well.
Yeah.
In the cinema. I'll get a Grogu-shaped popcorn bucket, I'm sure. But yeah, there's just something, a lack of enthusiasm at this point in time towards Star Wars in general. Like, this is a very slow news week.
Yeah.
And you're 80 days out from a new film. How's that possible?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it is mad. It is mad. But also, I mean, I'll be on holiday when it releases. I'll be
to be fair, there's a 50-50 chance of that, isn't there, really?
There is. So I'll be returning from the Canary Islands. I think I'll probably be in the air when it's released. But I will see it that weekend. And it'll certainly be something that I'll want to do pretty much as soon as I get back. I will try to see it in that first weekend. But even if I wasn't away, I don't think it's one that I would have actively gone out to watch at midnight. Just doesn't feel like it has that urgency attached to it.
Yeah.
But again, just to repeat what I was saying and also what Sanders said, which is I think there will be some surprises in this, and I think it will be based on that it will gain momentum.
Poor Kev, he's gone down the rabbit hole tonight, isn't he? Miserable Star Wars fan.
That hug we gave him just didn't help, did it?
Didn't at all. He's going to be out there. He's going to be reveling, and he's going to be all dressed up, going to the cinema for Mando release day. He's going to be so excited.
He makes such a convincing Grogu as well.
Yeah. As Paul points out, they're promoting Hoppers this week. It's like they only concentrate on one film at a time.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this could just be, like Paul's pointing out there, the fact that they themselves, they're struggling financially, so perhaps this is the way that they're doing things now.
Yeah.
But you don't. It's almost potentially the same sort of situation as you've got with the Pops, where they've got all these licenses, they've paid all the money for the licenses, and now they can't afford to do what they need to do with them.
Yeah. There's a company that's going to go under this year unless they manage to sell themselves to someone else.
Yeah, definitely. It's a shame.
Strange times. Let's see if there's going to be some
Yeah.
exciting developments in the world of Star Wars in the next 7 days. We'll be back next Sunday to cover it. Regardless, Paul.
We will. I'm just double checking. I'm not on holiday next weekend. No, I'm about. It's all good.
It's all good.
Oh, next weekend, it is Echo Base over at Redditch. So, if any of our viewers and listeners are there, I will have a stall, and please come.
Don't let them scalp you.
I can do you a very nice price on Sice Noodles and the Max Rebo.
Oh, very nice. We like a bit of Max Rebo.
Even with pale arms.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
On that bombshell, I think it's time to say it's a good night from me.
And it's a good night from him.
Good night,
Bye.
everyone.
Keep up to date with the latest Star Wars news each and every day on FanthaTracks.com. You can also find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Tumblr, and Pinterest at FanthaTracks. And be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and follow FanthaTracks TV to be alerted to new content and to be a part of our live shows.